Hello, my name is Mariana Oñate and I am from Colombia. I am proud to say that this is one of the most biodiverse and beautiful countries in the world, with over 56,343 species registered and occupying the first place in number of species of flowers and birds. I can say that I live in a place that is a treasure, a place we should take care of. I have had the opportunity to travel to many places with beautiful sightings in my country. My favorite one is called Lost City, located in the Sierra Nevada of Santa Marta, a place in which you can breathe the purest air and connect with Mother Earth. I have also visited the Amazon and can say that this is such an important and unique place for so many reasons. Nevertheless, Colombia is also one of the most unequal countries in the world. 26.9% of the population lives below the poverty line, from which 7.4% live in extreme poverty, according to the National Administrative Department of Statistics in 2017. I have seen all of this. I have seen how while some people live on the streets with nothing to eat, there are people living in the best of conditions and owning at least 5 cars. But even though here in Colombia is bad, it is not the only place where it happens. All over the world, there are 2 big problems, and if we are to observe the big picture, we can actually observe them. The number 1 problem is that there is a lot of inequality, and there are thousands of people living under unhuman conditions, while the few have a lot more than they actually need. This takes me to the second problem, which is that since many of us take much more than what we actually need, we're killing our planet. And yes, I say it like that, we're killing it, and every beautiful place in it, just as Lost City or the Amazon. It is a very serious problem, and if we don't do something now before we realize that there will be nothing and no one that can change our fate. If we do not do something now, and these 2 huge issues don't change, the world might just end for our future generations. But how? How can we make a change? How can we solve these problems? Well, how about if we could take all of what we need from Earth in a way that we don't hurt the environment, in a cycle in which everything we take we give back? What if we could give every person the same opportunities, and if we could all just be more equal and grow economically? Well, here's the sustainable development idea. This is a way in which we can economically develop without depletion of natural resources, so that our future generations can live better lives in a better planet. Now, I cannot be sure if this is the best or the only solution. To be honest, at this point and at this rate, I don't even know if it's achievable. However, I do believe in it. I believe that if we all work together and if we can all become aware of the path the world is going down through, we can actually do something about it. We humans are powerful, more than we realize. We have shown all throughout history that we can change the course of things, that we can make a change if we want to do it, that every single thing we put our minds to, we can achieve it. So, even though horrible things happen every day and the world is filled to the top with issues, I still have faith in humanity, and I have faith that we can change the course of the world and build a better place, not only for humans, but for all living things, a place in which we can live in harmony and equality amongst each other. So this takes me to my next question. How do we achieve sustainable development? One might say, oh, I can do nothing, I'm just a teenager, I can change the world, I can eradicate poverty or disappear contamination. I have said that to myself before, actually, but you know what I realized? If you have ever think like that, you're right. You can't make a change. With that attitude, you can't. So the first step into achieving sustainable development is to put our minds to it and believe in ourselves, even though it sounds like a cliche. We need to believe that we can save the planet, even if it's with little actions. These little actions, we have all heard them before, but do we actually do them? Can we recycle? Can we use less water, less electricity, plant 2 trees every time we take down one, reduce the amount of cow meat we eat, among many others? That might not be the actual big step into saving our environment, but it puts us on our way of a better planet. Now, for poverty, it is true that government plays a huge part on giving it a solution. Nevertheless, there are still things we can do. Things like empowering people instead of just giving them old clothes, food, money to charity. Since this is the actual way in which countries can grow out of poverty, we also need to open our minds. We need to see the whole panorama. They are not just some people you don't know living in an unfortunate situation. They are human, and every and each one of them attends to different necessities and wishes. Therefore, you cannot just deduce, oh, poor people, they need clothes, they need food. Well, of course they do, but we need to open our minds and observe them as humans, as people that feel and look just as we do. So even though sustainable development is a huge plan proposed by the United Nations, we all make part of it, and we should all be willing to participate. The capacity to transform the world and to take the wheel of change lies within us. With all this said, do you believe in change? Do you believe in us? And more importantly, can sustainable development be achieved?